Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me for today's Friday World session, whether you're joining me in person or if you're listening on online on my YouTube channel. A little disclaimer, this is not meant for medical advice, and if you're having an emergency, please get yourself to your doctor or to the emergency room. All right, so even before the session began, I was already feeling into it, and the first place that I'm going to is um, stomach. No, we're in the gut. So I'm feeling so nauseous as soon as I say gut, and the tip of my tongue is feeling kind of funny, like itchy. So there's a multilateral sessions going, parallel things coming up at the same time, and I'm just going to go quiet to see which one needs to go first in the sense of being spoken so that your body mind can start to do the repairs that it or you soak in this information as you need so that your body mind can organize. There's a burp. So I'm going to the tongue and we're going to do a correction to, oh, we're doing a repair to the microbiome of the mouth, specifically to the tongue. It's the tongue that forms our words. And the words that we speak, this is why it's called spellcraft or spelling. The words that we speak have a vibration field or quantum field to it, and it vibrates out into life. And um, this is where the sayings, be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for. The thing is it's the space from which you're coming from with the things that you're asking for. So if you're asking, let's say, for a mansion or abundance or a relationship, and you're coming from the space of lack, then what you will manifest is lack. Even though I don't want to, let's say, I don't want to have that same relationship. I don't want to miss an opportunity. The universe only hears positive. So I want lack, I will miss opportunity. And this is kind of confused. I'm feeling really confused because the mind is heavy in this session for some reason. As I'm talking this, my head feels really dense. My brain feels dense. It feels like my eyes are drooping in. So out of that microbiome of the mouth, we're going to dump recipes. So never say anything against yourself that makes you feel weak. That's what Jordan Peterson says, and I'm paraphrasing probably really poorly. Never say anything that weakens you. That actually turns into poison against you in your life, and that poison is being swallowed down into the microbiome of your gut. So we're going to do a balancing of the tongue microbiome. We're going to cleanse it, do a hydration through there, and bringing in a body chemistry of toxins. So in this sense, the toxins are not so much from foods or water, but the toxins that intolerances and toxins that we speak against ourselves and we speak against others. And my mouth is getting more saliva with that, so I'm going to do a hydration and speed it up a little bit. We need to clean out those taste buds. So the taste buds are also not working to their oh, I say taste buds and I feel like I feel like, oh, my stomach, I just been punched in the gut. So our taste buds are really desensitized to what actually is. So we need more sweetness, let's say from artificial sugars, to actually taste sweet. So the palate needs to be cleaned. It needs to be cleansed. So I'm going to bring in a hydration, speed it up a little bit so it creates that hydrogen peroxide to clean out the taste buds. At the same time, bringing in a body chemistry for intolerances. This is really intolerances of the things that you say against yourself, the things that you say against your life, the things that you say against others. So blame. Blame is really big here. And then if you want to do some exploring, you can look at, we say this often, but makes me. And there's a great class coming up in February. It's called Breakthrough. I highly, highly recommend if you want to look at the contents of your mind so that you start using your mind well and stop thinking lazily, which is following thoughts, to actually figure out what you actually mean by the things that you say. And so I'm bringing in Breakthrough. So the instructor is Caroline Linton, and she's in South Africa. You can find her class on the IBA, the International Body Talk Association webpage, or you can contact me, and I'd be so happy to share that. And I'll also post the information for the class on my YouTube channel. So if you're interested in what does makes me mean, whoa, there's really big releases there. And it's like, I've never seen it like this before. It's like soaked into the consciousness of the tongue, and we've got minor chakras on the tongue, so it affects our energy systems. It becomes the place from which we live our life, and then from the place from which we ask for things. And it affects relationships, so relationships not only to yourself, but with loved ones, with partners, with colleagues, with your practice. Let's say if you have a business, or if even with work, with your children, it just affects everything. So this tongue is not speaking, is not acting as a tool of that gut, of that healthy gut, where you speak your heart, but your true heart desires, and that intuition rises from the gut, and then you're speaking honestly, speaking clearly. It's being dictated by the recipes that have this I feel like a muzzle on my mouth, and it's got the tongue. So we've got to clean out those toxins, and the only way is we'll do body chemistry, bringing in that hydrogen peroxide, doing a body chemistry to intolerances, so intolerance to negative self-talk. We're going to dump out of the tongue. We'll do physical sense of taste and subtle sense of taste. And we're going to anchor it to the heart, so dumping those filters from which you speak. So if you want to know what you really think, ask your friends what you say often. Ask your friends what you often repeat, and that will start to show you the contents of your mind of what you really think. I'm going to anchor this. Whoa, my head is still feeling really compressed. We're going to bring in actually that upcoming class in February. It's at the end of February, Breakthrough, as a roving satellite to anchor the detoxification of the tongue. Oh, finally, there's a little bit of peace coming in, some relief coming in, and we're going to use it as a roving satellite. I'm going to do it around the whole head. So it's going to go around, but about the lower part. So around the mouth, up through the back, and then right around, and just linking this in. And then in comes the heart. It's like, oh, well, what do I really want? What do I really want? And so that's something for you to think about. And then you can notice for yourself if you're thinking in negative terms. I don't want this. Well, you're saying what you don't want, but you're not saying what you really want. And then when you sort that out, you can write it out. When you sort it out, what you really want, check this, make sure you're coming from a clear space. Make sure to check the space from which you're coming from. Are you coming from fear? Are you scared that you'll never receive the things you really want? And so it's like trying to catch like a carrot dangling in front of a bunny's face, and it's never going to catch it. Do you come from that space? Do you come from expectation? Do you expect it to happen? Or you think you need to force it to happen? Do you really want it to happen, whatever it is that your heart desires, and you think it will never happen because things ultimately never change? And maybe that's what you really think. So we're going to dump from the heart. I've never seen this happen, but we're going to do a big 4 drain from the heart. So this is a consciousness. It's an advanced technique in body talk. I'm not going to go too much into it. If you're curious, you can take a Body Talk class and learn to do this for yourself, or you can book a session and I'd be happy to walk you through what this means. We're draining. And also as a head, so we're doing a few things simultaneously to the three brains. So head brain, heart brain, gut brain. We've got to do a brain drain. So we're dumping all those toxins, those thoughts, that congestion. It feels really big doing this, but it's coming up as doing it at the same time. So I'm very, very surprised. My heart is pounding. Do I need to pull it back? No, but we need an anchor. So I'm opening up a 0-point field. So this is going to go, this brain drain out of the congestion and the toxins in the brain, the same with the heart and the same with the gut. You're going to drain those out. The body doesn't want it anymore. It's like, no, I don't want to synthesize this. No, I don't want to balance this. No, I'm just ready. I'm just ready to not have this in my system anymore. So we're linking that to 0-point field and also to Mother Earth, because the nervous system is starting to shake. So we want to support the nervous system that it doesn't go into over agitation. But animals shake. You ever seen an animal in the wild after they've had a big experience, or they've gotten scared, or they just they shake often. They shake often, and humans have forgotten somehow to shake. So this is shaking also out of the nervous system specifically. Wow, we're doing brain drain out of the myelin sheath of the nervous system. Whew. So we're anchoring this ionic discharge from the nervous system, we're anchoring it into earth. Whoa, there was a big release there. And then doing a switching technique to, we'll support the whole body. We'll do a switching technique to the whole body, because this is a lot. This is a lot releasing. I'm very surprised that we're releasing so much. I'm very surprised. So you can just hold your eyes gently. Oh, that feels so nice. Just no pressure, just gently place 2 fingers on top of your eyes, and I'm going to touch those meridian points on the clavicle. Oh, that's really big releases. I'm so sorry. There's so much energy moving. Sorry for the burps. If you're first joining me, if you've never seen my work before, and this is the first time you're seeing this video, the burps are for releases. The energy is moving very strong. Feel really calm. This feels really, oh, I feel like I can take a nap now, like. So you can feel your body for yourself. So I'm watching that ionic discharge through the myelin sheath of the nervous system. So both parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system, and also the brain drain to the myelin sheath of the nervous system. Brain looks nice and clear. The heart feels less burdened. I don't feel so tight around the chest anymore. And my stomach, my whole gut has opened and relaxed. And then I'm going to hold the heart for individuation. I'm anchoring a big 4 out of the head, the heart, and the gut brain. All right. This might be life-changing, people. See what happens from here. I just got a burst of joy I feel joy through my bones and circulating in the blood. And joy is the natural consciousness of the blood. Wow, there we go. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I was really not expecting that as a session. I'd love to hear your feedback. And see you all next week.